Hello, good evening. It's good to be here on this very exciting Tuesday. So, the first message I got this morning talked about the dates today. So, today is called a palindrome and an ambigram. Do you know what that means? It means that today being the 2202 2022, it means that you can read the date the exact same way from left to right and from right to left. And even if you turn the dates upside down, it would give you exactly the same reading. Isn't that exciting? And guess what? It's our own 22nd episode. What a coincidence. It's just so exciting. So I've been chuckling to myself all day when I found out that, yay, our 22nd episode of this broadcast has coincided with a very memorable date. The day that is both a palindrome and an ambigram. So, well, thank you, Facebook, for and YouTube and everyone and all the followers for seeing us to this edition today. So, okay, if you're joining us for the very first time, it's not a bad day to join us because we've got a very exciting question for you. However, we're very excited to explain again to you what it is that Enterprise Experts is set up to do. It's a community where business people, where entrepreneurs, where young, aspiring entrepreneurs come together to learn and acquire skills that would help them manage their businesses or grow their businesses or expand their businesses. All the small questions that people have concerning business, how to run it, how to grow, what to do when you're faced with certain challenges, how to resolve certain challenges, such as, how to manage cash, how to, raise capital, how to set up a business, how to set up a company, how do you determine where to locate your business? All these questions, we answer them every Tuesday. So on today's episode, I have a question, and I have a question from Jumoke B from Lagos, Nigeria. And it's a very, like I said, it's a very exciting question because it helps you to know what to avoid when you're running your business. So the question is this: what are the biggest mistakes that kill startups? What are the biggest mistakes that kill startups? From Jumoke B from Lagos. Jumoke B, thank you so much for your um, very good question. And we're going to attempt to do some justice to it. So here we go. There are quite a number of things that can kill your business before it even starts to operate. But I'm just going to touch on, I think 10 really key things that you need to avoid as a business, as an entrepreneur, as a young entrepreneur, that would hopefully see your business reach the 5-year mark. Because as statistics tell us, over 75% of new businesses fail within the first 3 years, and over 90% fail within the first 5 years. Isn't that remarkable? So for you to go past the 3-year mark and get to the 5-year mark, you have to do certain things right. So the first thing you need to do, so I'm going to start the countdown now. The first thing is, please don't sell or don't try to make a product no one wants. So you must first of all think about whatever it is, whether it's a service or a product, think about it clearly. Who would want this product or service? Who would it appeal to? And then test it out on those kind of people and see whether they actually want it. Don't let it all be in your head that, no, I know that once I do this, people will want it. No, test it first. Test it. Let people tell you that actually they would want it. Okay, so don't make something nobody wants. The second thing is, I see people who are starting a business and they've not tested the business, they've not ascertained that this business has a growth potential. They go and rent one very big office, get a lot of staff, get cars, they start really big. Of course, the business tanks. So make your big mistakes early while you're still small. The mistakes will be small. Even if they're big mistakes, they will still be small because your business is small. So start small, make those big mistakes because there would always be mistakes. Trust me, there would always be mistakes, but you can then learn from those mistakes. And it's easier to learn when the loss or the error is not of monumental proportion. The third thing is you need to chase customers first, not investors. Because when you chase customers, you build track record, it shows the investor that you have things that you can sell, you can deliver, you have good quality idea, good quality business, good quality opportunity for them to invest in. So chase your customers first, not your investors. Then the next thing, which is the worst nightmare of any entrepreneur, is to hire the wrong people for different roles. Hiring or staffing is very critical because you can't do everything alone, right? So it's very critical that you have the right people in your business. However, having the right, they call it round pegs in the round hole, not a round peg in a square hole. Have the right people in the right position would remove like 10 years off your head and avoid that high blood pressure. But if you have the wrong people, oh my goodness, your suffering has just started and that business is likely to fail. Now, so the another mistake people make is not seeking help. So you're doing a business which other people have done in the past. Remember this. Always remember, like I always say, there's nothing new under the sun. So other people have done a similar or a variant of this mistake, of this business. Some have succeeded in it, some have failed. It's always good to ask someone who has failed and someone who has succeeded, and you will learn stuff. So ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Join a mastermind group. Oh, well, join us, join like enterprise experts. You will learn what not to do. So join our community. This is a good opportunity for me to ask you to join our community on YouTube, on Facebook. You can actually join our mailing list on www.enterpriseexperts.com. Just click on the link, it will take you there, and you can join our mailing list. And you can subscribe to all the materials that you find there. You can also join our YouTube group, or how do they say it now? Um, uh, well, it's still joining at the end of the day. So you can join our community on YouTube and select the notification button so that you would always know when we post new videos. Okay. So yes. Then the other thing is that could cause you to fail, that is not having a plan. So the plan could be a growth plan. How are you going to grow the business? So when you get to year 3, how would you um how would you go to year 5? How would you go to year 7? What strategies are you going to deploy? What opportunities are you going to exploit? Where is the market as you have seen it? Do you need to open a shop nearer a certain location? Do you need to use social media more in a more constructive manner? What do you need to do to scale up So you must have a plan always. What is your plan? Every year you should have a strategic intent for that year. So you should plan it from the year before so that you know exactly what you're pursuing in the coming year. Then the seventh thing I would mention that could fail your business as well is not having systems and processes. You should, as your business expands and grows, you should begin to seriously consider putting a process in place, putting systems in place. The systems would allow you to have other people support your business without you worrying too much. You know, the bane of entrepreneurs is that they want to do everything themselves. But when you have systems and processes in place, it allows you to bring on other people who can help your business go without the fear of fraud, the fear of, all the challenges associated with having staff, you know. The eighth thing is, it is a very simple thing though, and we talk about it in customer service a lot, but it's to do with your customer service quality and delivery. You must not overpromise and underdeliver. Instead, do the reverse. Underpromise and overdeliver. Now, if you know that you're able to deliver on a project for a client, say in 3 days, it would be nice if you tell the client 1 week, so that when you come in by the fourth day or the third day, the client is super excited. They see value, they see what it is, that why they should even consider continuing with you. So always aim to under promise and over deliver, not the other way around. That one is a sure banker for killing your business. Now, um, the ninth thing is not carrying out enough market research. Remember, we said don't make products that nobody wants. Well, if you have done the market research, you would know exactly what the market wants, and you would know not to, push out whatever it is that you pushed out and nobody wanted. So the first thing, really, the first mistake not to make is to ensure that you've done sufficient market research. Do enough, redo, retest the market, keep retesting to ensure that the market has not moved, so that you don't become a has been, but instead you're constantly innovating, you're constantly coming up with new ideas, and you're able to stay some paces ahead of the market. Now, the final thing, or the number 10 thing that I will discuss today, is poor cash management. Listen, your business can be profitable, but if you don't have cash to cover your day to day business, if you don't have cash to support the expenses of the business, your business will naturally die. The only way your business is profitable and stays a going concern is when you have cash. So cash is king. Therefore, you must learn to manage cash. Like I said earlier, don't go spending all the money that you can use for the next maybe 6 to 12 months to rent one office. That's a no-brainer, right? But I see it happen so very often. And don't go, just don't spend the money you need to run your business on frivolities, on things that are not really core to the business. Some people focus on so many other things that are non-core items. So it's important to manage your cash very well, to keep your eye on your cash. It's critical if you want your business to survive. So I hope that with these 10 quick points, you've learned what not to do and possibly what to do. I look forward to your questions, and I look forward to seeing you next week, Tuesday. Um, Before I go, I would ask again, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to join our mailing list on www.enterpriseexperts.com, and don't forget to join our community on Facebook. I look forward to seeing you next week, Tuesday, and I look forward to your questions. Good night.